today. From Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
It is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a look inside Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Buffalo.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. 63 yards. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
That's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on first down is Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Bills. Cole Beasley, 63 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A handoff for Carter. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side with Carter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yards.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. Now Wilson. And he finds Tyler Croft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The quarterback, Josh Allen, the focus of our players. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Throwing is Allen on third. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Allen to throw once more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Allen steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen from 17 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
It's a squib kick picked up near the 25.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. It's caught by Davis. They get it before that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime. If due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Not
too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, and that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st down, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And again, it's Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Allen now on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and he finds Beasley, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to...
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carter once more. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's a give to Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down. It's Carter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down at 5. From the shotgun, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this one too low. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run with Carter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Carter. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And now they're in the hurry-up. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. On 2nd and goal. Allen, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. And he gets it inside the 35, just shy of the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And inside the 20. Brought down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here. Take it in by Knox. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to...
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number. They're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.